anyway, they kept me up till 5 or 6 o'clock in the evening. I came back. We went back out after. And I took a guy from down on Random Island. And in fact, he's living here in Clarenville now. And Dave Patey, his name is? He's a Dave Church here in Clarenville. We went back into North Harve. He did the video camera. And we got Oakley and Irv to take us out to 2 boats. And we did a video, the same show as my fishing trip, right? And I wrote a song about it. I'm just singing for you now. Couple of good old buddies of mine invited me one day to help them haul their lobster pots they had out across the bay. 5 o'clock next morning we were steaming out of the cove. I was leaning over the front of the boat dressed up in oilskin clothes. It was cold, foggy and raining and the wind was down southwest. The lobster sure was plentiful, I was trying to do my best. The smell from the herring we were using for bait was making my face turn pale. And the swell in the boat rocking back and forth was putting me through pure hell. I guarantee you. Oh, the boys wouldn't even let me stop to eat. It took everything I had that day to stay up on my feet. And I'll never forget how sick I was that day when Earl and Oakley Johnson took me fishing down the bay. That afternoon the storm got worse, my heart was up in my mouth. The rain was dripping down my neck, I was almost passing out. I couldn't tell the boys how sick I was, cause they'd tell the folks back home. So I just hung on to the side of the boat, shivering in my clothes. Oh, the boys wouldn't even let me stop to eat. It took everything I had that day, just staying on my feet. And I'll never forget how sick I was that day when Earl and Oakley Johnson took me fishing down the bay. Dark that evening when I climbed back on the wharf, and Oakley's wife said, "Harve, my son, you look like you're almost starved. I got a pan of cod tongues frying, come in and have something to eat." But I said I was chewing my heart all day, and all I needed was sleep.